So it's that time of year when new equipment's out, and modern equipment's becoming a touch on the expensive side. But I've got not one, but two sets of irons to review today from a brand you might not have heard of, that 40 pitching wedge costs less than £500. And let me tell you, these pack a real punch for their pounds. So the Caley irons, basically hollow-headed irons, and every manufacturer's now doing this, but when you're getting into the major manufacturers, you can be looking at 2-3 times the price for a set of irons. So like I said, 40 pitching wedge with both of these sets, under £500 at $499 at the time I recorded this video. Now, the 01 and the 01T, to look at, similar, but when you put them down on the ground, you notice that the 01 is the bigger head, the thicker top line, and the 01T, a little bit smaller head, slightly thinner top line, a bit more of a maybe player's club. So if I was looking at another manufacturer, I'd say very P790 for the 01, 770 for the 01T. Now, what I do like with these, looking on the website, the lofts are exactly the same. So I'm going to hit 7-iron, 4-iron and pitching wedge, but the 7 irons are both 30 degrees, and whichever set you get, the lofts are the same, so you don't become super cranked on loft for distance. So let's hit the 01 to begin with. I mean, like I said, when you look on the website, there's lots of technology in here. Obviously not got the big name players promoting the brand and things. The key reason they're able to keep that down. The only negative, because it's direct to consumer, not really any options on custom fit, but maybe under £500 for 40 wedge, you might not care. So the 01 behind the ball, looks big, looks powerful, not necessarily fits my eye, but I think for the golfer who is looking for that forgiveness, it's going to look great behind the ball. But oh, that feels nice. So I've hit that one right out the middle. 86 mile an hour club speed, 21 degree launch, 118 ball speed, spin rate at 4.2, so maybe a little bit on the low side, and 174 carry, which kind of is what I'd expect from a 30 degree 7-iron. Now, I'm guessing though, if you're going 01, maybe don't hit them all out the middle like that. So let's try and get one that's maybe not quite as good a strike. Now that one there, a little bit towards the toe. We can see no real drop off in ball speed, and not massively out the toe. But we can see spin rate 4.3 again, carry 170. And I do think they feel, I mean, certainly the 01 there feels lovely. It feels powerful, feels pretty soft for a hollow-headed iron, which you'd expect. And let's go one more with this one. It's nice. You know, I can't say anything bad about the performance. I think, you know, we get nice ball speed from the club head speed. I think it launches decent, spins okay for 30 degrees, and very consistent on those numbers. So that's the 01. Now, when we move into the 01T, definitely for me, fits my eye more behind the ball. I mean, it doesn't look like a blade. I kind of always feel like they do when you go from the bigger head to the smaller head. But again, 30 degrees, so I would expect incredibly similar performance from this one. Now, not the best swing. So a little higher up the club face. See, the ball speed's just dropped off a tiny bit. Spins okay. And 157 carry. So like I said, that wasn't the best strike, but you could see still some decent forgiveness, which is what we would get with that hollow-headed iron. And like I said, I think certainly behind the ball, do really like the look of the 7-iron. Now again, felt a really good solid strike, just hanging out to the right. Definitely just launched a little higher, didn't square the club up quite as well. And maybe just a couple of yards shorter, with the 01T than I was with the 01. So let's move on to the wedge, because I think this is where maybe the different looks thing might affect. But let's look at the performance on pitching wedge, and then we'll move on to 4-iron. Right, so the 01 does look big, and I think just for me, kind of, when you look at the face, it just looks a lot of kind of polished face to the side of the grooves. So again, doesn't really fit my eye, but I know lots of golfers that will enjoy the look of that. Okay, so again, a good strike. See decent ball speed there at 96 mile an hour. Again, a little bit low on the spin, and about that 120 carry. So yeah, kind of okay, and maybe expected a couple more yards, but again, feel-wise, I do like the feel of the wedge. Okay, so like I said, I think definitely for me, the wedge, maybe not ticking as many boxes look-wise as the 7-iron, but as I move into the 01T, again, love the way that looks, and noticeable how the grooves look kind of nearer the centre of the face, but nice, bit more compact looking head. Love that. Feels solid, but soft enough. So again, see great ball speed. So spin coming out that little bit low. Now, let me go, let's make sure that's nice and dry. Just make sure there's no moisture got on the mat today. It's been raining in. So definitely that went maybe a couple of yards further than I thought. I was thinking around 130, 125 to 130. Again, love that. Love the flight. See ball speed, 94 mile an hour. Again, spin just a little bit on the low side, which is a tiny bit of a concern, but that carry round about what I would expect. But again, it's good performance. Right, so we move into the 4-irons. And definitely the 01. Again, only a little off-putting thing. I still think it's like the grooves don't quite look like they're in the middle of the club face, but looks a bit more like a driving iron, which is a bit more offset there. So definitely I think should promote getting the ball up in the air. And there might be a lot of you out there that don't really fancy 4-iron. I think at this price point, you won't mind if you end up buying the 4 to wedge and end up not using the 4, but let's just see. Just turn that one a little bit more. Again, not flushed it. So again, actually they're quite a decent amount of spin, nearly 190 carry. And all in all, not bad. The shape's down to me, not the club. Again, I did say at the start, the only negative for me as somebody who coaches and kind of does fit for a better product is just regular and stiff in the KBS tall light, nothing on lie angle, nothing on grip. But again, I still think these are amazing value for under £500. Let's go one more with the 01. Definitely feel that speed off the face. And again, they're kind of launching where I would hope for. Ball speed pretty decent. And again, a lot of spin really for that 4-iron. But 188 carry, 203 total. Right, so noticeable again when we go to the 01T, less offset, a bit more compact. I would say if you're not a confident long iron player, you won't love the look of this, but I think if you're going for this set, you're probably a slightly better ball striker anyway. So let's see how this stacks up against its bigger brother. It's just a bad swing, it's a good strike, just pushed it out there, but again, good ball speed for one that's not right out the middle of the club. Spin's great. Again, 187 and just under 200. So for me, definitely prefer the look of the 01T. I think if you're looking for that forgiveness though, the 01's going to tick the boxes for you. Now that didn't feel great. No, a little high up the face, but ball speed's still really, really good. There's the carry, there's the total, and there's the spin numbers. So yeah, impressed. Price point, unbelievably good. So the Caley 01 and 01T. When I was on the website just prior to shooting this, if you do want a set, you probably have to be pretty quick. I think there was only 8 of the 01T sets left in stock. But direct to consumer, I can definitely see this taking off over the next couple of years, able to keep that price point down. Fantastic quality product though. You cannot afford to make bad quality product now, because if you do, you're done. Won't be for everybody. But if you're price sensitive, you absolutely need to get over to the website, have a look, see if it's something that's for you. The 01T, very forgiving, but more of a player's club. And the 01, just so easy to hit, it's unbelievable.